Hi there, it's Sarah from Ruffles and Rain Boots, and today we're sharing a 10-minute gnome made from a tomato cage, and he's got cute little hands and feet. If you'd like to make him boop, stick around. As always, please like this video so I know you're here crafting with me. For supplies, we're going to need some 4 mittens, some loop yarn, extra fabric, felt in a neutral tone, a sweater, and some fleece. You're also going to need a little bit of polyfill for the hat to get it, kind of fluffy. All right, so this part is 100% optional. I used on the front of the gnome this foam, EVA foam, to sort of smooth out under the sweater because you could see the lines of the tomato cage under my sweater. And then I just glued that all the way around the bottom and secured the top with a big wallop of glue. And then I put this thrift store sweater, I promise I lint brushed it later. I slipped it over the top and then pulled up that sweater part and tied it with wire because I couldn't find my husband's ridiculously large stash of zip ties, so I just used wire and used a whatever these are, pliers to twist it around. I also added pool noodle arms. This is 100% optional. You can add the mittens right to the sleeves, but I put pool noodle arms in, one part for the upper and one part for the lower arm, and then added polyfill to the mitten and then put that on so that I could have little like posable arms, like waving hello or holding a sign or whatever, so you can see that there. Okay, so once you have both of those on, you cut your hat. Now the width of the hat is around the cage plus the sweater plus a 1-inch hem, and then I just put right sides together, glued the seam, and then I also, before flipping it, I also hemmed in that hem the base. Okay, so for the shoes, I just used the other 2 mittens that I bought from the dollar store, and I tucked in the thumbs, added the polyfill, and I'm gonna set those aside for a second. For the nose, I used polyfill and felt. Now, just FYI, grab a needle and thread, sew a quick pom-pom. It's a lot faster than doing it with hot glue. I know you all love the hot glue and challenge me for that, but just use the sewing, the needle and thread. Okay, so for the beard, we're going to build it just as we did with the dollar store rope gnome that we used, for the mop head. We're just going to create a piece of fabric in a U shape. In multiple layers, we're going to cut pieces of loop yarn, and then we're going to just build this all the way down. You can start from the bottom up or start from the top down. I started from the top down. And I didn't do every piece of fabric on this thing. I just held it up, would move it around, add a little, move it around, and then when it was full, I put the nose on the front with a generous portion of hot glue. You can also use wire to attach it, but hot glue works in this case. Okay, so for that, we're going to stick it directly onto the gnome about 2/3 of the way up, and then we're going to use the inside. If you saw this door hanger, I'm just going to use the pillow insert that came on that pillow or on that beard. And the reason is because I wanted a little fluff on either side. So I'm going to pull the polyfill to either side of the middle part of the cage and then pulled it down and glued that hat right to the nose and then to the body. Now for the feet, I'm just adding right in the middle of those mittens a lot of glue, and then I'm just going to pinch it around the bottom, and so it looks like feet when the sweater falls down. And guess what? You're done with your 10-minute gnome. Let me know in the comments what you think. I'll be sharing an evergreen gnome soon and more outdoor gnomes soon, so please like and subscribe for more crafty fun.